Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV. I'm Gargi Raut. Our top story, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on a two-day visit to Mauritius. It is a state visit and he has been granted the highest award in the country. It was announced by the Mauritius Prime Minister, the Grand Commander of the Order of the Star and Key of the Indian Ocean. Prime Minister Modi is the first Indian to receive this honor. Addressing the Indian diaspora at an event, the Prime Minister said that Mauritius is not just a partner but family for India. He also said he feels at home. During the visit, the two countries will sign several pacts providing for cooperation in areas of capacity building, trade and tackling cross-border financial crimes. Prime Minister will also attend the island nation's National Day celebrations as the chief guest on March 12th.
And I know a bit more about the Prime Minister now, the life that he led, the spirituality. Prime Minister has been deeply inspired by Swami Vivekananda's principles of service and sacrifice. Prime Minister, you are the living testimony of selfless public service. Today, thanks to your resolute, determined, and indefatigable effort, you have asserted India's role on the world stage.
जैसा मैंने पहले भी कहा है, अगर विश्व में कोई एक देश है जिसका भारत पर पूरा हक है, तो उस देश का नाम है मॉरिशस। संबंधों की कोई सीमा नहीं है। हमारे संबंधों को लेकर हमारी आशाओं और आकांक्षाओं की कोई लिमिट नहीं है। आने वाले समय में हम मिलकर हमारे लोगों के विकास, पूरे क्षेत्र की शांति और सुरक्षा के लिए मिलजुल करके काम करते रहेंगे।
Well, let's go across now to Ghazali, who joins us from Mauritius there. And Ghazali, it's been quite a busy day for the Prime Minister and for you also. Clearly, the Prime Minister there talking about how Mauritius is like family, how he feels at home. He's also been bestowed with the highest honor there.
Yes, certainly. The address today to the Indian community in presence of Mauritius Prime Minister Mr. Naveen Chandra Ramgoolam highlighted that how India has a very strong cultural and religious connect with Mauritius, besides having trade ties, besides Mauritius being a strategic partner in the Indian Ocean region. Prime Minister Modi was conferred with the highest award. He showed gratitude for that, and Prime Minister of Mauritius also said that how he has been he showed his gratitude, saying that how Prime Minister took out time from his busy schedule to visit here to attend as the chief guest for the National Day. Prime Minister spoke about different issues throughout his address. First, that how 12th of March, the National Day for Mauritius, also coincides with the Mahatma Gandhi's Dandi March Yatra, which is launched on March 12 itself. And then Prime Minister spoke about that how India and Mauritius are key partners. He also announced that how India will be issuing OCI cards, the Overseas Citizens of India cards, to the 7th generation of Mauritius people who are of Indian origin. Then talking about the Bihar connect with Mauritius, he addressed the gathering in Bhojpuri. Early in the morning when he arrived here, he was welcomed with Bhojpuri song by women from Bihar of Bihar origin. Prime Minister also spoke about that how India has been assisting Mauritius in public projects, infrastructure projects, capacity building, and to look forward to tomorrow when the Prime Minister will be meeting officially with the Prime Minister of Mauritius. Then there are many key MOUs which are going to be signed between the two countries. First, related to maritime security. Prime Minister of Mauritius also thanked Indian Prime Minister for assisting in developing the Agalega Island, which is of very strategic relevance during floods in Mauritius. It was one of the key strip through which they received a lot of humanitarian assistance from India. Prime Minister also spoke about that how during the COVID days, India was the first responders in that particular region to provide medical assistance to Mauritius. And in all of this, it now looks very promising that in years to come from now, India and Mauritius, their ties is only going to grow stronger.
All right. Thanks so much, Ghazali, for joining us with all those details. News now, the Pakistan train hijack. According to reports, Baloch separatists have taken scores of passengers hostage, including security personnel. This after they attacked a train in southwestern Pakistan. Local police reports suggest that nearly 350 other passengers are believed to be safe, but there are conflicting reports. The Baloch Liberation Army, a separatist group, claimed responsibility and stated that they're holding scores of hostages, have even threatened to kill them unless security forces pull out of the region and some political prisoners are released. The train was reportedly trapped in a tunnel and the driver sustained serious injuries. Earlier, we spoke to Sarah Zaman, who joined us from Islamabad with all the very latest. Thank you so much for being with us. And what is the latest you can share with us? Because there are so many conflicting reports and numbers that are emerging.
Yes, that is true. We're getting very little information because security sources are revealing information very carefully and in very small quantities. So far, what I have confirmed is that at least 70 passengers were released earlier in the day and they walked about 6 kilometers on foot to the nearby Paneer station. So we know that at least 70 people are safe. As far as the operation is concerned, the only reports we're getting so far is that a security operation is ongoing in the area and there is exchange of fire between militants from BLA and the military.
That's right. And one of the latest, information or message given out by the BLA, they're even threatening to execute hostages if demands are met. Also, there are a lot of security personnel, soldiers who are, have been taken hostage.
So again, we're waiting for confirmation on these numbers because BLA, like many other militant outfits, they do tend to describe whatever the situation is in an exaggerated manner so that they can create panic and fear. And that is why we have to be very careful when we see their claims. And that is why we're waiting for security officials also to corroborate those statements. So we know so far that security officials do travel, military officials do travel between different cities via train. So there is a possibility that there are a number of security officials present on these trains. But how many are being held hostage, if any, that is something we have to wait for confirmation from official sources.
Now, the raging showdown between the centre and Tamil Nadu government over language and implementation of the national education policy in the state. Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan countered Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin and DMK MP's claims that he had misled Parliament regarding the state's consent for the PM Schools for Rising India scheme, which is under NEP. Dharmendra Pradhan shared a letter from the Tamil Nadu School Education Department that had said the southern state was very keen to set up the schools, criticizing Tamil Nadu's ruling DMK government for playing politics over the 3-language initiative in the new education policy. Mr. Pradhan in Parliament said the party led by the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin was being dishonest.
Ma'am, just 10 minutes back, the Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan had tweeted.
Ma'am, he has issued a statement. Ma'am, Dharmendra Pradhan has issued a statement.
Committee, only based on the committee. 1 minute. In the report, it says that there will be a committee based on the committee's recommendations. Then we will sign the MOU. So the committee's recommendations, what are the committee's recommendations? We have not said we will accept the 3-language policy.
Dressed in black, the ruling DMK continued its offensive against the BJP with a protest against NEP outside the parliament and demanded Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan's apology for his unparliamentary remark on Tamil Nadu MPs. In the parliament, the party pushed for a discussion on NEP, which it has rejected, calling it regressive and its 3-language policy a ploy to impose Hindi. DMK MP Kanimoli also moved a breach of privilege motion against Pradhan.
The Education Minister, Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, he hurt the sentiments of the Tamil people and he insulted the representatives of the Tamil Nadu. So, we expect an apology. The union government has no right, because it's a budgetary allocation. for Tamil Nadu for SSA just because they are forcing NEP on us.
Chief Minister M.K. Stalin accused Pradhan for withholding 2,000 crore and blackmailing Tamil Nadu to sign up for NEP. He reiterated the state will not accept NEP even if 10,000 crore is at stake. The BJP also stuck to its guns and hit back at the DMK and the Chief Minister.
ஆனா இதையெல்லாம் ஏத்துக்கிட்டாதான் உங்க நிதி உங்க கைக்கு வரும்னு பிளாக்மெயில் பண்றார் யாரு? ஒன்றிய கல்வி அமைச்சர் தர்மேந்திர பிரதான் அவர்கள். அதனால்தான் நான் ஏற்கனவே உறுதியா சொன்னேன், திட்டவட்டமா சொன்னேன், அழுத்த திருத்தமா சொன்னேன். 2000 கோடி இல்ல, நீங்க 10,000 கோடி தந்தாலும் உங்களுடைய நாசகார நாக்பூர் திட்டத்தை ஏத்துக்க மாட்டோம்னு திட்டவட்டமாக நான் சொன்னேன்.
You want to hide that you are raking up language issue, you are raking up delimitation.
Would this backfire politically for the BJP, the three-language issue?
I think it will strengthen us.
Meanwhile, the DMK also dispatched ministers to invite chief ministers and leaders from 7 states for M.K. Stalin's meet on delimitation. The first, Naveen Patnaik in Odisha. An interesting language battle is brewing in the land of anti-Hindi agitation ahead of the state elections in Tamil Nadu. The ruling DMK's emotional two-language policy that catapulted the party to power in the 60s versus scrambling for a toehold, the BJP's push for an additional language, hoping the contemporary language perspective on the ground is in its favor. With Vasudha Venugopal in Delhi, in Chennai with Suresh, Sam Daniel, for NDTV.
And there was more disruption in Parliament. The opposition walked out of the Lok Sabha today with the Congress accusing the BJP of selectively quoting data in the House and accusing the Finance Minister, also saying that the BJP MPs are demeaning opposition rule states. The opposition also said the Finance Minister showed Tamil Nadu in a bad light.
The BJP government has made it everyday occurrence to insult Tamil Nadu, insult the opposition leaders. Today, in the evening, the LOP was insulted. Yesterday, Tamil Nadu people and the members of parliament were insulted. A minister called as uncivilized. And today, again, the finance minister, in her reply, she's dedicated one entire portion of her reply just for Tamil Nadu and to insult Tamil Nadu and our chief minister. Tamil Nadu is one of the well-performing states, but she just wants to continue insulting us and saying that every scheme they have brought, I mean, it's not like charity. The union government is not giving us charity. I think we are contributing to the union government, to their treasury. And we have to get back schemes which are, rightfully ours. So you cannot, and pardon?
Ma'am, will you seek apology from the finance minister as well?
No, we walked out. We've said that they are, saying everything they want. And then they come back and say that they keep coming back and saying that they apologize, they are sorry, but it doesn't mean anything to them at all. They just want to say something against every state, insult the opposition, and she's quoting reports which are not even approved, government approved reports. And she was yes, exactly. She's talking about the ASI report, which is not, accepted. When it suits them, they quote it. When it doesn't suit them, they say it's not a government agency. So you cannot quote any NGO, you cannot quote some private, statistics and then come and say that we are not performing well. You cannot insult a state. We have been performing well, and everybody knows that. And asking for funds for our rural, the Narega scheme, again she says, you say your women folk are in the workforce, 42%. And then why are you asking us for funds for, rural workers? How does that match? 42% of our women folk are in the workforce, yes. But what happens to the rest? What happens to the women in the rural areas or agricultural laborers? They don't get work throughout the year. 3 months they have not been paid. So you cannot insult the state government every day. And today she has taken it upon herself to, her entire speech is targeted against Tamil Nadu government.
Ma'am, but the discussion was on Manipur. How come Tamil Nadu?
That is what the discussion is about Manipur, and now they cannot reply to the questions raised by parliamentary members about Manipur because the Prime Minister has not even bothered to go visit the people or console them. So they're targeting Tamil Nadu so that to divert their attention. That is all.
Well, joining with me is senior Congress leader Gaurav Gogoi. Sir, the entire opposition walked out from the Lok Sabha. Why that happened?
A finance minister was selectively quoting data which portrayed Tamil Nadu in a very poor light. In this selective quoting of data, we find that every day the ministers of the Modi government are demeaning opposition ruled states. And therefore, we are protesting, and the entire opposition walked out in protest. Earlier today, when a BJP MP demeaned the position of the leader of opposition, then also all the opposition parties protested. The House got adjourned. The BJP MPs was forced to withdraw his remark. But still, it seems that it is a deliberate agenda of this Modi government and specifically its ministers to selectively quote data and demean opposition rules.
Will you demand the expansion of these words as well?
Sir, why opposition?
Well, that was Gaurav Gogoi of the Congress party after the entire opposition walked out from the Lok Sabha, speaking to NDTV.
At a time when opposition parties have raised concerns over the purity of electoral rolls, the Election Commission invited national and state party presidents and delegations to a meeting to discuss ways to strengthen electoral processes. A delegation of the Trinamool Congress met with the Election Commission over the issue of duplicate voter ID numbers and alleged that Aadhaar cards were being cloned, which may lead to the possibility of these being used for fake voter registration. The party demanded that the Election Commission issue a separate list of voter deletions, new additions and modifications with every new revised electoral roll, even going on to say that they weren't satisfied with the poll body's response.
आज हम लोग चुनाव आयोग से मिले और चुनाव आयोग ने जो जवाब दिया उसको लेकर हम संतुष्ट नहीं हैं। उन्होंने कहा है कि 90 दिन के अंदर हम ये समस्या का समाधान करेंगे। क्या इलेक्शन कमीशन को मालूम है कि कितने डुप्लीकेट एपिक कार्ड्स हैं? तभी वह एक निर्धारित समय दे रही है। इसके ऊपर एक बहुत बड़ा प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा होता है कि एक एपिक कार्ड जो किसी दूसरे राज्य का हो, जिस प्रकार से मेरा आधार कार्ड मेरा है वो आपका नहीं हो सकता, उसी प्रकार से मेरा एपिक कार्ड के ऊपर किसी दूसरे तीसरे चौथे का नाम कैसे आ सकता है? वह भी एक ही राज्य के 2-3 जिले से उन नाम को कैसे आ जा रहा है? लोकसभा और विधानसभा चुनाव के बीच में महाराष्ट्र के अंदर 40 लाख नए वोटर जोड़े गए। क्या इसकी संज्ञा इलेक्शन कमीशन को नहीं थी?
वहाँ पे वोटर रोल को मैनिपुलेट करने का काम वहाँ की प्रदेश की सरकार ने, मुख्यमंत्री ममता बनर्जी ने किया है। ये डुप्लीकेशन पश्चिम बंगाल के ही वोटरों में है। कुछ वोटर ऐसे हैं जो अन्य प्रदेशों में भी रजिस्टर्ड है और पश्चिम बंगाल में भी रजिस्टर्ड है। पश्चिम बंगाल में इलीगल वोटर्स यानी अवैध वोटर्स, बांग्लादेश के घुसपैठिए और रोहिंग्या जो बड़ी मात्रा में पश्चिम बंगाल की सरकार ने बंगाल में बसाने का काम किया है, इस वोटर रोल के रिवीजन और ऑडिट की मांग करी है।
Election Commission is ready now to engage with the political parties, national parties, state parties, the presidents, and have a consultation process with at their convenience at a mutually convenient time to really get threadbare. As they said, according to sources, that some of them who participated in today's deliberations, be it the BJD, be it the Trinamool Congress, be it the BJP, that they were ready to work in the training program of the Election Commission for this entire work with BLOs and others to ensure that the voter list is cleaned up and done in a transparent and accountable manner. But that being said, there are definitely a lot of doubts that have been raised, and that's the reason why the Election Commission wants to engage and hopefully bring all the stakeholders, political parties, and all those who have, cast aspersions on the Election Commission and the voters list, that they're ready to engage, dialogue with them, and find a foolproof method to ensure that nobody can tamper with the electoral list.
Now, moving on to news from Chandigarh, where a man was killed and 2 women were injured when a speeding Porsche car allegedly crashed into 2 scooters. This incident was reported near Sector 4. According to the police, the car was coming from the wrong direction at a high speed. A man was riding one of the scooters while 2 women were on the other one. The man fell off the scooter, lost his leg and died. Both the women sustained injuries and are undergoing treatment. The driver has been arrested.
हम तो फैमिली मेंबर एक ही मांग कर रहे हैं कि बंदे को हमारे सामने ले आ दो।
एक्सीडेंट नहीं है, ये तो मर्डर है साहब, खुलेआम मर्डर है।
A young life cut short by reckless driving. 23-year-old Ankit killed in a horrific accident in Chandigarh. A Porsche allegedly driven at high speed hit his scooter near a petrol pump, leaving him fatally injured. The accident, which took place on Monday night, also injured 2 young women on another scooter. First struck the women and then crashed into Ankit's scooter. Ankit was thrown off, suffering severe injuries.
बताइए गरीब की कौन सुनता है आजकल। हाई प्रोफाइल केस वैसे भी इंडिया काफ़ी सारे दबा दिए जाते हैं, तो होपफुली इसमें हमें कुछ जस्टिस मिल सके आप लोगों की सहायता से।
इतना हीनियस क्राइम हो गया है, अगर उसका लड़का, उस बंदे का लड़का ऐसे मारा जाता तो क्या पुलिस छोड़ देती किसी आम आदमी को? बताइए मुझे। पुलिस के ऊपर इतना प्रेशराइज किया है कि मतलब पुलिस ने बेल अपोज नहीं किया बिल्कुल भी।
After the collision, the Porsche slammed into an electric pole. The Porsche driver, also injured, was still in the car when the police reached. They seized the vehicle and arrested Sanjeev. A medical test proved that he had not been drinking. A case has been registered under sections related to reckless driving, negligence and road safety violations.
एक्सीडेंट के बाद मौके से गाड़ी भाग जाती है और मौके से अक्यूट भाग जाता है, तो
उसका प्रोफाइल कौन है? वो अरेस्ट कर लिया था कल उसको? क्या प्रोफाइल
है? संजीव बबूटा है, मोहाली में प्रॉपर्टी का काम करता है।
This Chandigarh tragedy has reignited concerns over luxury cars and reckless driving. A reminder of the Pune Porsche case where a couple had been killed. With Gurpreet Chinna and Malavika Murli, NDTV Bureau Report.
All right, a tragic case due to reckless driving there. Well, that's it from me for the moment. News updates continue right here on NDTV. Do keep watching.